Welcome everybody to the Merle on the Move podcast. Check it out. Hot topics with Merle on the Move. You know what it is. I'm back again live in the studio. Funky fresh. Wearing the soul ties. Shout out to my man Gutter Body Bad Robinson. If y'all want to get some of this gear that I'm rocking fresh, it's a whole sweatsuit. I'll stand up real quick for you. Check it out. All stitching. Pretty tight. Anyway, welcome to the program. Let's get it. A lot of stuff to talk about today. Glad to be here, turned up here in the studio. I got some things going on here in the studio. It's gonna be check it out. I'm renovating. You can see some differences. Still the same background, but more spaces, different angles, and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get going on the show. So tonight, got some topics I'm gonna talk about. Uh, talk about some football. We're gonna talk about a little football. We're gonna talk about a little Iowa State. We're gonna talk about a little Iowa Hawkeyes. Plus, we're gonna talk about them Rams, and I'm gonna talk about them hater Cowboys. I know Cowboys. We're talking about how was the Cowboys? I was having a talk with a guy earlier. How was the Cowboys Americas team? Tell me how. I don't understand that at all. So anyway, let's get into it. So shout out to Iowa State. Iowa State football won today. Not in Big 12 championship. That was Texas and uh, another team. I don't know what Texas. Anyway, I don't follow it like that. But shout out Iowa State. They won today. They beat Kansas State. So they beat them 40 something to 30 something like 43, 37, something like that. Shout out to them. They'll get a good bowl game. Iowa, wow. Hawkeyes was in the Big Ten championship game today. And they laid an egg. Goose egg. Iowa didn't score any points. Michigan, who's undefeated, beat Iowa, the Hawkeyes, 21 to nothing. They didn't show up. It was in Indianapolis, so. But they made it to the Big Ten championship though. But they'll make it to a bowl game. But yeah, that's kind of greasy right there. So anyway, that's Alabama. Shout out, that was a big game. I didn't see it. I was helping my daughter move to Des Moines. But anyway, so but dang, that Georgia Alabama game today. Woo! I seen the highlights of it. Looked pretty good. It was in Georgia at the Mercedes Benz Dome. But yeah, here's the score right here. Georgia 27-24. Alabama roll tide. Not a Alabama fan, but hey, ain't a hater either. Alabama always good. So shout out Alabama for winning that game today. Also, let's go ahead and switch it over to that's all I really care about in college. I watch the championship game now. Don't really have a dog in that fight, but let's basketball season going. I watched that college basketball though. Shout out Iowa State. I watched Iowa State basketball though. For real though. But let's get into this NFL. So Thursday night football was the Seattle Seahawks against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, how's the Cowboys American team? Shout out to them. They won. Hey, I was rooting for the Cowboys. I wanted the Cowboys to win this game only because they was playing against Seattle. And my Rams have won 2 games in a row. We on the little roll right now. Okay. We in the hunt for that wild card. I'm not expecting, let's gonna get it twisted. I'm not expecting my Rams to do much this year. I'm not. If they make it to the playoffs, that's a win for me. If we just make it to the playoffs, okay. So that being said, I'm not expecting much. So if we can keep winning, and we can beat San Francisco, we gotta beat San Francisco. We gotta beat them. And Seattle keeps losing. We good. We might make it to a wild card. You feel me? And we win that. Anyway, Cooper Cup been hurt. You know, a running back by committee. Defense is so. You know, Aaron Donald's still my guy. Shout out my guy, Aaron Donald. One day I'm gonna get an interview. That's one guy I want to interview. Aaron Donald. Get you here in the Merle on the Move. Make that happen. Big time Rams fan. Lifetime Rams fan, good or bad, up or down, whoever's there. I'm always been a Rams fan since Marshall Faulk. Y'all know I named my son Marshall after Marshall Faulk. The biggest Rams fan on the planet, me. No Rams fan bigger than me, for them. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, so the Cowboys won. I was rooting for them, so I wanted them to win because they beat Seattle. So we keep winning. But this is what I want to talk about. So the Cowboys. I'm speaking from my perspective though, from a Rams fan and a football fan perspective. It's not hate. It's all facts I'm finna say. The Cowboys is considered. It's not a real thing. Considered America's team. They haven't been to a Super Bowl since the mid '90s. Not even been. They haven't won an NFC championship since the mid 90s. My Rams have been to 4 Super Bowls since 2000. One, two. So, how? Because you won a lot a long time ago? Great. Even Green Bay been to a Super Bowl since 2000s. Almost all the teams, except the teams that have been good. But anyway, I'm just a, I'm a hater. I admit, I'm hating on the Cowboys. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't. But anyway, we're gonna move on. Sports. I'm gonna wrap up this sports. This is gonna be a quick show. I ain't gonna talk long tonight. I'm just happy I'm here. Turn up. You know what it is. It's Merle on the move. So let's go move on to basketball. King LeBron James. I'm talking about my teams and my teams only. The Lakers, baby, the Lakers. You know what it is. LeBron King James is doing his thing. They got this insane tournament, and LeBron and them, I think they like that number one bracket. All these other teams is like floating around. LeBron is balling. It ain't just the LeBron and the another D'Lo, D'Lo, Mr. Russell, call him. I hated on him a little bit because he with the mouth, and that's what got him messed up last. And I liked him. You go back to my shows like a couple years ago when he first was getting drafted out of Ohio State. I wanted him to get it because he was the dude at Ohio State. I seen it. We needed a point guard. I was like, D'Lo, get him, get that dude, and they did. And it was cool, but him and Swaggy P wasn't. They had that little thing with Iggy and the cell phone and the hotel, and so they traded him. But he's back and he's balling. He's lethargic, like he's weird. He's like the way, but he makes some buckets. He gets buckets, bro. He gets buckets. So anyway, Lakers is playing tonight. Houston. They lost to a whack team yesterday. I forgot who it was. But anyway, shout out. I seen him with Sada Baby. I'm gonna talk about entertainment in a minute about Sada Baby. Sada Baby, they was playing Detroit. Sada Baby shouted him out, and LeBron came and showed him some love, dapped him up. You don't know the kid like that, Sada Baby. Anyway, I got his salute. I don't know Sada Baby, but some history. Shout out Gutter again. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk about it in another day. So then let's move on forward to some entertainment news. Kind of going to talk about a few things real quick if we can get into it, y'all. I already talked about the Lakers. Talk about Soul Train Awards. So I didn't even know the Soul Train Awards was a thing. I knew it was a thing, but I knew it was going to happen, right? But Soul Train Awards, I checked that out on YouTube. I think it was a BET thing. But Kiki Shepard, shout out Kiki Palmer. I don't know what to say. Kiki Shepard is like, that's the Apollo lady. When you got to rub the wood, you ever watched? Rub the wood, wow. You ever watched the Apollo, Showtime at the Apollo at the wood? Kiki Shepard was the lady. Anyway, it's Kiki Palmer. Shout out Kiki Palmer, my bad. And you were looking beautiful all night long. Beautiful. Funny too. I like the vibe. She was a host. It was at her house in her backyard or something like that. So that was kind of dope. She had like Coco Jones, T-Pain. When you get done watching, if you watch this podcast tonight, if you watch this on YouTube or whatever, go check out T-Pain. Go watch some T-Pain videos. You will not be mad. He got hit after hit after hit. I did a show with T-Pain down in Des Moines. If y'all know, you know Merle. You can check some of it out on YouTube, I believe. Dope artist, every bit, every show, every bit of his show is dope. Check out T-Pain. Anyway, he was on it. I think he got a Legend of the Year award, something like that. Shout out him. A few other artists I checked out. No big names. SWV was on there though. Shout out Lily. Hope to meet you one day. Real talk. Had a crush on you years ago. Just want to say that. But yeah, so that let's go ahead and move on to something else past that because I'll get caught up on that. Let's talk about some TV shows. So Power, if you like 50 Cent show Power. I'm gonna talk about Diddy maybe a little bit. I don't know. Should I talk about Diddy? But anyway, this was bad. 50 been clowning Diddy. But anyway, his show's back. If you watched it December 1st on Friday, came out Power, Rise of Canaan. I think that's what it's called. It's kind of funny because he's trying to sound like 50 now. If you watch the show, if you watch the last couple seasons of season 3, if you watch the last 2 seasons, he wasn't talking like that. He didn't sound like that. He's trying to sound like 50 now. I don't know if I like it. I get it. He kind of sounds like 50, so it's not like it's crappy, but it sounds like he's trying hard. I don't know. Still like it. Good episode. Look forward to more of them. Yeah. Omar Epps got a bigger role in it this year. I see that. 50 see what's going on. That's a big actor, big name, real dude. So, all right, 50. I see where you're going with that. Also, if y'all like Rick and Morty, I like Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is definitely an adult cartoon. Really, really funny. If you like crude humor, crude humor, check out Rick and Morty. Great season. I think season 7. If you haven't checked it out, it's like 7 seasons. Really quick, like 20-minute episodes, but good fun. Anyway, also let's talk about some gossip. Little gossip. Ti, rapper Ti, him and his son King, they neighbors out of Atlanta Falcons. Hold on, see, I got a little drink. I forget that I am on my own time now. Right now, see this right here. Let me take a little sip right here. Wow, that's that lemonade. That's that lemonade right there. Look hard, like hard in the back of my throat right there. Anyway, let's get back to it. Got my vocal cords a little drenched right there. Anyway, so let's talk about Ti. So Ti was at the Atlanta Falcons game. Him and his family, Ti in the box, whatever. King had a little episode. Ti was clowning him. His mom was clowning him. Kids don't like that. I get it. Put him on blast on his phone. Probably shouldn't be on his phone, but anyway. Then they try to parlay that into like some talk shows or something like that. I seen him on one of these YouTube channels doing like the GOAT. I think something about called GOAT. It's kind of cool how he's going back and forth. So, you know, it's father son type situation. But then I seen a clip to where he was on, I guess some club was doing some kind of promotion and had him and his son on the flyer. Was trying to get people to come in. And Ti knew nothing about it, and he came to the club and confronted the people. I would have too, but yeah. So that happened. You can go to YouTube and check that out. Also, gossip. Lil Durk. Lil Durk got a new video with City Girls. I think it's called Static. Good song. Like his verse on there is dope. Like Lil Durk, you know, dope song. Speaking of, NBA YoungBoy has a new song with Kevin Gates. It's dope. Also, don't know the name of it, but you can check that out too. It in street rap beef, if you want to call that rap beef, you got Kodak Black and 21 Savage. Yeah. So it's a video on YouTube where 21 Savage is actually talking. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. Yeah, he's actually talking about Kodak Black speaking on his name, and he tired of Kodak Black speaking on his name. You know what I mean? He gives in detail. You know, I'll let you check it out if you want to, because I don't want to be secondhand in what this man said, because I don't know, you know, I won't remember everything he said. But anyway, you can check that out. They got a little back and forth. I don't think it's gonna be nothing serious, but it is what it is. Also, I said that Sada Baby was on No Jumper. If you want to check that out, that's on YouTube also. He's got a podcast, I think, also. Adam 21, something like that. Anyway, on his show, Sada Baby was on there, and he's saying that him and ESTG had a little, they ain't friends, not beef, but they're not friends, they're not cool. I guess he was in Kentucky, and some shots got shot, let off, or something. Sada Baby had nothing to do with it, but yeah, you can check that out too if you want to. So, last thing I want to talk about, I'm done with the little stuff like that. Let's talk about some social issues, because that's what's really going on, right? That's what's really going on, social issues. So, in social issues, Republican Congressman George Santos. Now, why did it take so long? Tell me, why did it take so long to get this man out of his job? This is what it always takes. George Santos, they finally got him out of there on Friday. It was a couple of people still trying to support the dude, but they got him out of there. You know, now they talking about watching CBS Evening News, and Nora, shout out Nora. I'd like to get an interview with you one day too. She was saying that some of the allegations that's starting to come out about him. I don't know specifically what it is, but yeah, man, this government stuff is crazy. So we're gonna just dive right into it. Before we get to that, a Palestinian and Hamas, they took a pause on the war and the fighting for a minute to do a hostage swap, just not releasing hostage. So don't get it twisted. They did a swap. They released some Hamas uh, prisoners in return to letting go of some of the Israeli hostages, and I think some Americans in there too. But they still got some. I think like 100 and something maybe got released or still detained, one or the other. Don't know specifics on that. But that being said, I don't know. I don't know. They're fighting. They starting. It's up again. It's up. It's up again. It's up and it's stuck. How? And now they're saying there's they're doing some investigation behind Benjamin Netanyahu, whatever his name is, I don't know, the president of Israel, about they should have knew. It was, people was telling them that this could happen, that Hamas was a threat. Anyway, back to our politics. Let's go on Nikki Haley. How y'all feel? How do family feel? How y'all feel about Joe Biden? How the family, how the Merle on the Move family, how y'all moving on that? How y'all moving on Joe Biden? How y'all moving on Trump? Every time I'm on YouTube, I see commercials for Trump talking about when Trump was president, gas was low. When Trump was president, groceries was low. Man, when Obama was president, it was lower than when you was president. You inherited that. See, you can't fool me. I play chess. I understand. When I say, I use that as a metaphor a lot of times about playing chess. I ask people, do you know how to play chess? The reason why I say that, because do you know how to think strategically? Strategic thinking means that you can think beyond what's in front of you. You know how to plan and execute without even physically doing it. So when you do it, it's already done. It's almost robotic. Okay? So you can't just, now you might try. Might be slipping, get caught slipping on something, you know what I mean? But then I'm going to double back on you and then come real, pow, pow, pow. It's chess. It's not a game. Checkers is a game. Chess is life. So anyway, that being said, Trump, you can't tell me that it was good when you was president. When you inherited, it was better than, because reparations. See, I'm a black man in America. And I remember all them politicians was talking about reparations. They all in 2018. See, in 2016, Trump became president. He inherited everything was good with no inflation. Gas was still like a dollar something, hovering around $2, but it was still dropped down to $1.98 sometimes, $1.75 sometimes in 2016. Check facts. That being said, Trump come in, so everything was good. Housing market was good, job was good, everything was good. It was cool. That's why the government had a surplus of money. That's why in 2018 they was talking about, the Democrats was talking about Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, Pete Buttigieg. A lot of them was talking about reparations. Joe Biden wasn't though. See, I remember Joe Biden, pull my Versace's back a little bit. Joe Biden was not talking about reparations. And a few people asked him about it. But he wasn't on it. He wasn't about it. But Cory Booker and them was talking about it. Yeah, Marianne Williamson, she was talking about it. A few people was talking about it. Bill de Blasio, I think, even talked about it. Anyway, that being said, they wasn't with him. But see, they was talking about it because it was a surplus. America had a lot of money. There's a lot of money here in America. Made a lot of money. Real talk. I'm not just capping. So that being said, that's why they was talking about doing it. And Trump was president there, right? And then Corona happened right before his election, 2019, 2020. Man, y'all remember. COVID happened. Yeah, because see, they was talking about 2018. Yeah, that was the midterms. See, every 2 years or something they talking about. See, you talking about midterm. So you talk about me when it come time to vote. Remember what I said? I'm going to give y'all some reparations, black people, and we can hook y'all up. Yeah. 2020 COVID happened. All that surplus of money, I ain't no fool. All that surplus of money went to everybody here in the country. They called it, what was it? Stimulus. Stimulus checks. And not just that, don't think all the reparation money went to stimulus. They also did the PPP loans. See, the forgivable loans, right? They gave PPP loans to businesses that you didn't have to pay back as long as you could show you used it for your business purposes, either employees, payroll, to keep yourself afloat. As long as you had a paper trail with your business, with your taxes saying this is where this money went, I allocated this money for this reason, you didn't have to repay that loan. That was a forgivable loan. That wasn't a payback. It ain't like they gave this money and got interest on it back to the government. So that money, why would the government do that? Why would the government say, you know what? Everybody, just apply here. And if you meet these qualifications, it wasn't even based on credit. And a lot of people defraud and big companies had to pay some of that back. Remember, they was abusing it. Why would the government? Because they had the money. That's why they was doing it. And ain't nobody black talking about, where y'all at? We know it was tragic. It was a world COVID. See, 9/11, I was talking to this guy at my job. 9/11 changed America. COVID changed the world. See, 9/11 changed the way we think and how Americans move and our laws and all that. Homeland security and all that didn't exist until 9/11, right? But COVID changed the world. And they took that money and gave it to every American because they wasn't going to give reparations to black people because too many white people in this country would have said, what? And the sad thing is, there been a lot of black people right there with them, people saying, what? We don't deserve, they don't. It's some black people call other black people they don't deserve, like you ain't black. True facts. Shouldn't be that way. I ain't making it up though. I ain't one of them people. That being said again, where the money? That was the reparation money right there. It went to COVID. Everybody got the money. Everybody got the money. Even if you didn't have a business, you got the STEMI check. All you had to do was apply. Now, if you didn't apply for no taxes, you didn't get no STEMI. And everybody loved it. But guess who got credit for it? Donald Trump. Oh, Donald Trump. I hear black people talking about, come on with that. Even Sexy Red, I seen her do an interview talking about, yeah, Donald Trump sent us the STEMI checks. Yeah, Donald Trump. Send us some more STEMI, Donald Trump. We want him back in the office. He sent the STEMI to the hood. Pandering. That's called pandering. You pandering because you got followers and fans that don't know nothing about politics, but they like you. So they're like, oh, we like him too. Sexy Red down with him, so we like him too. I probably shouldn't do mannerisms like that. I'm not trying to act like my apologies if I offended anybody. But you feel what I'm saying. What are we doing? Stand for something or fall for anything. I ain't saying everybody got to be on what I'm on. I could be totally wrong. But man, I see it. I see it. Don't y'all? So who we riding with? Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis? He's super woke. Do you see what he's doing out there in Florida with the schools and the books? Come on. Do y'all know they took the color purple out of the school books here in Iowa? You can't even talk about the color purple. Color purple. I watched it in the 6th grade. My grandmother took me there. My step-grandmother took me to the movies. 6th grade to see Color Purple. Yeah. I don't think it's a kid movie. I don't think she's showing a movie in the schools for little kids. And maybe you shouldn't you shouldn't have that book maybe in the 5th grade and under. But 6th grade, 6th and 8th middle school, you can have that book, at least a book. If you got Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn, if you got that Mark Twain, if you got any Mark Twain book like that in the books, some of these books that I do, come on, y'all tripping. But then Ron DeSantis is worse than that. He tried to get rid of all. They don't want to talk about what happened bad to black people. They don't want it in the movies. They don't want it in the books. They don't want it in the TV shows. They don't want to talk about none of the bad stuff that happened to Jewish people, black people, nobody. They want to talk about the future, or where we're going now. But the scary thing is, if you forget the past, you're gonna repeat it in the future, because you act like it never happened. And then some slick dude come up, if you're religious, they call that the Antichrist, But we ain't going there, you know what I'm saying? I ain't on that tonight. But stay woke. But woke is a bad word now, because woke can mean that you, like, pronouns, right? And no disrespect to that either. I'm down with that too. If that's what we're doing, I'm down with that too. No disrespect. But what are we doing? If you're down with that, be down with everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't be super liberal, you super conservative. What's wrong with being a good human? Don't your parents teach you to be a good human? Don't your religion teach you to be a good human? If you play sports, I'm sure your coach taught you, be a good human. Look out for your fellow man, your fellow brother, your fellow teammate, your fellow Christian, your fellow Muslim, your fellow Jewish, whatever it is, man. It's bad people everywhere. Try not to be one. Anyway, I'm finna sign out. This is Merle on the Move. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all stay up. Stay blessed. Live your life good. Peace out.